Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Morning Matters, 6:42 in the morning. We're starting a little bit late today. And and here we are, ready for Morning Matters. The birds, no birds this morning. It is super dark outside. The nor'easter that went through New York and New Jersey has kind of ended. And yeah, and here we are. And this is going to be a quick morning matters. I guess I don't like I'm so glad that I do this because this thing here is my rock. It's the one thing that I've kept doing every single day. And and yes, I started a little late, but I'm like I got to do this every day. And, it's very, so yesterday it's just challenging. Like, we have these goals, we set goals. And, hopefully by sharing my challenges and my failures that we can look back I can look back on today's morning matters and say, man, I'm like, yeah, like we all fail. We all go and we fail. And but discouragement is definitely there. Then and we need to keep going. And the every single day, every single morning, no matter how bad yesterday was, no matter how good yesterday was, um, today's a new day. And you can start over, every sunrise. And that's why we do this in the morning, to remind everyone that, I was watching a David Goggins video, and he was just like, nobody cares what you did yesterday. Nobody cares how many miles you ran yesterday. Nobody cares you went to the gym yesterday. What do you do today? And today is all that matters. Today's a new day. So you get to etch a sketch yesterday. And if you had a great day, celebrate. Be like, hey, I hit my goals. I did my disciplines. I made it happen. And now it's time to do it again. If it didn't go well, which mine didn't, I'm going to look at it, say, why didn't it go well? Make an improvement, and then let it go. I was watching a football game last night, and the the kicker, for the Commanders, he kicked the ball, hit the post, hit the sidebar, and I was thinking about NFL kickers because, like, literally they do nothing all game. And so, I mean, they obviously kick off, right? But then they got to go in there, and then all the pressure, all the weight of like what these other people did, these other 22 people or 30 people who were playing the game, all out, being injured. I was saw who was I looking at? I was talking to my friend Muhammad last night, and we're like looking at the 49ers and how many injured players they have. And it was like Jawan Jennings played, and he had 5 broken ribs. so so you're the kicker. You got guys out there who are playing with broken ribs, and just understand, an NFL game, everyone's hurt by this week. And whether you play like football, don't like football, doesn't matter. It's just the point of what I'm trying to get at here is, like, everyone is severely hurt. Like, the collisions. I played football in college, and I say to myself as I watch. Now, I didn't play on the pro level, but I have plenty of friends who had, torn MCLs, ACLs, shoulders, concussions, fingers broken. And I remember what it was like. And I didn't even really play that much, but I still remember what it was like on Sundays, because Saturdays was the game. I like played on special teams and, got to play here and there. I was not a starter, but I was backup, but I got to play. And I just remember how much pain I was in, like, the next day. Cause, like, it's almost like, have you ever been in a car accident? Right. And you don't feel it right away because you got adrenaline going, right? And then the next day you're like, oh my god, my back, my neck, my this, my that, right? Because your body, went into shock, and it protected yourself, right? Because if it's just a mechanism that has evolved from us. Like, if you get injured, you get a shot of adrenaline, because if something's trying to kill you, you got to still be able to get away and survive first. We'll deal with the injury later. And when you're playing a sport, the adrenaline's going, you're doing things, your mind is so preoccupied that injuries don't really, the little injuries don't really bother you until the next morning, and you're like, oh my god, you're like, I got this. What? Look at this bruise I got. Look at this. And so these guys are playing, and so you're the kicker. You don't got any of that stuff. You're not getting hit. If you get hit, they throw a penalty flag, right? And you don't even practice there. You don't get to go run. You just go and kick. And so these people play. These people play for an entire hour, and I'd say probably 30% of the time in a football game, maybe 25% of the time, it comes down to this one guy who's got to kick this ball like 30 yards, 40 yards, 50 yards, whatever, to win the game, and everyone's relying on you. And if you miss, like, everyone, and not only the guys on your team, but then the entire crowd, if you're at a home, like you got 100,000 people, everyone's just that pressure is on you. And to do that and then miss, right, during the game, right? Because even if you miss once during the game, like go to kick a field goal and it hits the crossbar or it hits the post and you miss, like that could be the game. Like that could, like, they needed those points. Like people really fought hard. So now you have to take that and erase it, because you might be called on again. You're going to be called on again to go back in there, and everything's going to be up to you again. So that idea, that concept of like just etch-a-sketching in the past and just saying, all right, what happened in the past is the past. And whether you hit the field goal or, I'm giving a lot of props to kickers right now, but whether you performed in that, under that pressure, or you failed under that pressure in the past, it don't matter, right? It's, you got to do it again, or you got to do it right now. And whatever happened before, doesn't, shake that off and let's go. And so it's kind of where I am this morning. So I took my mom to the hospital yesterday to get her knee surgery, and she went through and as I'm sitting there and she's getting prepped and she's getting, the IV put in her, and she's just being a tough cookie, So, and I don't even know if she was really nervous at all, because she had her hip done. She's getting her knee done. And, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, it's a knee surgery, but in my mind, I'm like, there's going to be a day where she's not here anymore, and watching her get prepped. I went through this with my dad being in the hospital, and he passed from a much more serious thing where, like, he fell and he slipped on black ice, and he had a head injury, and it went on for over a year, where he had these issues, and we were in and out of the hospital, we were in and out of nursing homes. There was all kinds of problems, right? And so just being back at that hospital again, and I've been to the hospital for my own, like I used to have these serious migraine headaches, and my brother took me to the hospital. But just being there with my mom going into surgery, it's weird because I had this feeling yesterday, but I didn't. It's weird because I've taken her. She's had some other surgeries since then. Like I said, she had the hip surgery, but I was just, I don't know if it's selfish, but I was reflecting on myself while she was going through that. And I was like, man, I don't have time. like I don't have time, because I want to make this lady proud before she is no longer here. And so she's got this knee surgery. I got to go pick her up today. By the way, everything went great. Doctor called me and said, surgery was quick, and she got her knee done. And then I went to see her last night at like 8:00, and she was in the bed, and the ice packs and all this stuff. But she was good. She was in good, she didn't say she had any pain, whatnot. So I got to get her today and bring her home from the hospital, and hopefully, and then I'm gonna stay with her today and set her up in the house and see how that all goes. Right. So I got to take care of her. My brother and my sister are not around. My sister's in Jersey, my brother's in New York City. So so I'm in charge of making sure mom is okay. But yeah, it just gave me a lot of perspective on I got to get my crap together, and so I can be here, so I can be the best person for her, so I can be the best person for me. And we don't have a lot of time. We take for granted how much time we have on this planet. And there you go. So that being said, let's talk about all my failures yesterday and how we're gonna fix it today. So as we do every single day on Morning Matters, so somber Morning Matters, huh? As we do every day, we go through the goals, and as far as the goals go, three things that there's three criteria for something to be a goal. Number one is it has to be measurable. And so what we do every morning is I go through my goals. So hopefully the objective is for you to take out your goals, for you to take out a sheet of paper, for you to every morning sit down, take it out, go over it yourself, and get your day focused in the right way as well. Let me make sure I have the right one here. Just want to make sure. Yeah, I do. I'm going to change this up a little bit just because we're not doing the 24-hour fast, but whatever. All right, so let's read through these real quick. So first thing, it has to be measurable, which means it has to be specific. Like you can't say things like, I want to make a lot of money, I want to lose weight, I want to do this or that. Like those aren't goals, all right? And they are desires, they're wishes, but they're not goals, right? I want to be happy is not a goal as far as the terminology goes. It's just being for semantics, right? So it has to be measurable. Second thing is it has to have a timetable when it'll be over. And then the third thing is it has to be written down. It can be typed as mine are typed. And so when you do all three of those things, you now have goals. And now the purpose of goals is to hold yourself accountable, to give you purpose every day, to give you a rock, to give you a foundation for your daily activities, so we can be proactive and work with intentions as opposed to reactive and dealing with problems. All right. So financial. Earn $160,000, which will, after taxes, be $112,347, which will allow me to decrease my bad debt by $25,000, buy $10,000 of Tesla stock, save, and have $7,000 saved, which is for me 3 months of bills. So I have that in a savings account, and then raise my credit score by 150 points. So those are our financial goals. The health goals. Weight down to 250. I am up to 300 today. I gained weight yesterday. A1C, I am diabetic, so my A1C, I need to get that down under 6.5. And my average weekly blood sugar under 150. So I don't know what my A1C is. I don't have a checker to check that, but my blood sugar today was 250. So I ate a lot of crap yesterday. Whatever. I'll complete a half marathon. I haven't been, at least yesterday I did walk on the treadmill. So we're going to go do that as soon as we're done with Morning Matters. And then bench press 315, squat 225. Man, I haven't even done those. So disciplines, these are the disciplines that I did not do yesterday and I will do today. So bi-weekly budget video. I will do the budget video when I get my first paycheck on the 24th. Make daily videos and weekly podcasts. So hey, I did one of these. I'm sticking to that one. So I'm up in the morning. Hey, good morning, ladies. I see Raina and Kayla here. This is Morning Matters. I do this every morning from 6:30 to 7 o'clock. I talk about my goals, but the objective is for everyone to talk about theirs, focus on what they got to do and what they're excited about, and set the day with intention so we can be proactive in our lives and not reactive to problems. So, and then health, daily exercise and follow diet. Well, I did the daily exercise. I did. So the new exercise program I'm doing is I walk basically for 30 minutes and it's like an interval walking. So I do 5 sets of 3 minutes, just stroll walking, like literally not pushing myself, and then 3 minutes of hard walking. So what I did yesterday was, and it was pretty challenging. I do 3 minutes at 2.5 on the treadmill, and then I do 3 minutes at 3.5 on the treadmill. And I just went back and forth with that for 5 sets. So that took 30 minutes altogether. Morning push-ups and squats. Didn't do it yesterday. I'm going to do it today as soon as I get done chatting here. Gym 4 times a week. I literally drove to the gym yesterday, ate Burger King in the gym parking lot, and then left the gym, like didn't even go in. Sad. That's probably why my blood sugar and my weight went up yesterday. So that was a low light of yesterday. So so that's why Morning Matters to purge my sins as far as that goes. So that was awful. So that's it. There's no more fast food. Fast food is out. I was in a bad mood, and that's not an excuse. I was not even trying to stick to my goals. My goals were not in my mind yesterday. I was thinking about my mom, and I was thinking about I was just being lazy, mentally weak. So we're gonna be better today. Excuse me. So then jog 3 times 3 days a week. I'm just gonna walk every day. I gotta change this up. Actually, I'm gonna change it right now to make sure I have this correct. And then the 24-hour fast, we're doing the 16-8 intermittent fasting. So that is Morning Matters. It's a short one today. I'm just really disgusted at myself from yesterday. I want to fix it. I want to get out there and start fixing what I did. We don't have Renee and we don't even have our normal guests here today. So there's a reason I'm not even on TikTok today. I'm like, this is like the bare minimum for this podcast today, but I had to get it done. I'm going to do my squats and my push-ups right now. I'm going to go to the gym and do my walking, and we're going to fast today, and we're going to make up today what we messed up yesterday. So 10:14 was a crap Morning Matters, but hey, sometimes as they said in one of my favorite movies, Vanilla Sky, which I haven't seen any reactor like watch Vanilla Sky. I gotta see if I can find a YouTube reactor that watch Vanilla Sky. But in Vanilla Sky, which is with Tom Cruise and Penelope Cruz and what's her name? The girl from What About Mary? The blonde. I forgot her name. Yeah, whatever. Put in the comments. There's a line in there that I always remember, and it's the sweet is never as sweet without the sour. And basically means you need the bad days in order to really enjoy the good days. And so I had a couple of bad days. Today we're going to start climbing out of the hole and have a good day. And tomorrow on Morning Matters, I'm going to talk about an awesome day I had yesterday, which was today. And now we're going to repeat it today. All right. I will see you tomorrow for Morning Matters. Hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you soon.